Hey there, everyone. I thought I would make an update video real quick to address the current state of the channel because, it's kind of been going in a direction I didn't originally intend for it to go in. I know most of you probably subscribe to me because of my music tutorials and my analysis videos, which is the reason, those are the reason I originally made this channel to begin with. But you may have noticed it's been a month since my last analysis video, and it had been 3 months before that one, and then like my last music related video was 5 months ago. I feel like there's probably some people worried that my channel is like, oh, he just streams on Twitch, he just makes Twitch highlights, no who cares about them playing video games. Which I 100% get and agree with. I personally tend not to watch streams myself, but I do it because it's fun to do. People enjoy watching it. Not everyone. Again, I'm sure most people who subscribe to this channel subscribe to it for very different reasons. And yeah, my analysis videos and like stuff that takes more effort has been slowing down a lot lately compared to how it used to be when I was first starting out. There's a reason for that. If you follow me on Twitter or Twitch, or if you read the thumbnail of this video, I guess, you probably know that I have depression. It's something I've most likely had for pretty much my entire life, but I only recently sort of admitted to myself that I actually have it. And first of all, let me just say this video is not meant to be me fishing for pity or for people to like, I mean, obviously I appreciate the kind words people always give to me whenever I talk about this stuff on Twitter or whatever, but that's not why I'm doing this. That's not like what I'm looking for. Again, it's still appreciated, but like you don't have to, like, I'm just doing this to let you guys know what's going on. I already have supportive friends, and they're like, for all the people who always are like, oh, you can always vent to me whenever you want about whatever, it's like, there isn't anything to vent about. There's nothing any of you can do to actually help me, but I'll get into that in a bit. But yeah, I'm not trying to just make an excuse for myself here and get people to feel bad for me. I am taking steps to alleviate this. I recently started some antidepressants. I'm not sure if they're working, so I may need to try some other ones. And it might take a while before I get whatever I need to be able to function properly. There's nothing in my life that's particularly bothering me. All things considered, my life is actually going pretty well. I'm I'm still like really small on YouTube and everywhere, but it's like I'm getting there. I know I will get there one day, so like I'm not that bothered by that. The problem is my brain is incorrect. It's not wired properly, and it doesn't want me to be happy. So I need to fix that with medications because nothing else has worked. Because make no mistake, I cannot function properly right now. I don't know why it's been so much worse lately. Maybe it's like a seasonal thing, I don't know. Although, like, when I first started this channel, it was around this time last year, and I was alright. I don't know what it is. Like, my hormones hadn't changed at all when this whole thing started. And by this whole thing, I mean, like, I've always had good days and bad days, but lately I've had way more bad days than I normally would. Well, when I say I'm not able to function properly, I mean, let me try to explain what it's like, at least for me, because everyone's different when it comes to this. But, I have a list of things I should be doing in my life right now, right here. I just wrote this so that you can have, like, a visual of it all. Now, each of these things is relatively easy, like, setting up a Discord server, like, that's like an hour, I imagine. Like, I don't know how long it'll actually take, but, like, it's not a difficult task. But any task feels 10 times harder than it should to me, and that's just like it feels like I have to work way harder than anyone else not anyone who doesn't have depression, I guess, to actually get anything done. Like, I'm constantly seeing people always creating things and outputting stuff and working on things like every day, and I feel like I'm sort of getting left in the dust because I can't do that. And this isn't something I beat myself over. I used to all the time, but I've since realized I can't control my willpower. It's like some days I'm able to do stuff, some days everything feels like a mountain. Most days everything feels like a mountain lately. And analysis videos and music tutorials, like anything like that, those are particularly high mountains because they take a lot of work. Like, for example, let me show you what my last Felix Argyle video looked like. I got the red is my narration down here. This gray thing, you can ignore that. I should have deleted that. There's music down there, and then these are all the visuals up here. Now, this isn't atypical for a YouTube video. If anything, like, there's a lot of YouTube videos that go way, way more in-depth with the editing. Like, you know, RoboBuddies and a lot of other people. Like, this is kind of middle of the road for this kind of thing. Like, some channels go less in-depth and they'll just have, like, a bunch of anime clips over and over, and they don't do a whole lot of visuals. I did a bit more than that. I also like drew my own stuff, as you can see over here, for like these parts. But overall, this is like you can see how like this is still work. Like it's not the hardest thing in the world. I probably could have done this pretty easily within a week if I felt able to actually do it. But it took me 3 months because any work that has like a little bit of difficulty to it just feels completely monumental. Starting the task feels impossible, and once I finally do start it, continuing it still feels like I need to exert constant effort, and I just run out of willpower at a certain point. Like, sometimes I'll see videos like this.
If you saw my recent vlog from Berlin, I think I created 10 pieces of music within that 4-day trip. Made the beat on the plane with the OP1. I put down some drums in Native Instruments Jam Room, which I turned into this.
And like he goes on and on, like he's doing it all. And meanwhile, I'm just like, I'm lucky if I can get an hour or two of work done in one day, and the rest is spent either finding something to do to distract myself with, like playing a game with friends or watching YouTube videos or whatever. And if I don't have any of that, that time is spent lying down in bed, staring at a wall, sometimes crying for no reason. Like, nothing upsets me, I just start crying. And I feel paralyzed, like I'm trapped and I can't do anything. Like, I can't do anything. And that's not very fun, and that's why I'm trying to take steps to alleviate this. But until that issue is solved, or probably not solved, at least alleviated to the point where I can at least sort of function like a normal person, uploads are going to be a bit different. Well, they're gonna be what they have been for the past few months. The thing about stream highlight videos is that they are incredibly easy to make. At least in my style. Some people go like super overboard with the editing, but this is what a relatively typical stream highlight video looks like for me. It's sometimes I do a bit more than this, but for the most part it's just a bunch of clips together, and sometimes there's like some other stuff overlaid on top, like I put my hands here and whatever. And like I said, doing these is incredibly easy, and anyone who tells you otherwise is probably doing it wrong. For anyone who doesn't know, OBS has this thing called a replay buffer, and there's actually an option somewhere to make it automatically start whenever you start streaming. And then I have a hotkey right here that says save replay. Over in output, there's a replay buffer thing, and I set it to 60 seconds. So basically, there's always this buffer that's happening whenever I'm streaming, and I can press a key on my keyboard at any point to save the last 60 seconds. So I have all these replays here, and I already have all the moments, because every time something happens that I want to put in a video, like in real time, I just press the button and I have it. So then I take the clip and I put it into Sony Vegas, and I see, like, okay, what's the part here that I wanted?
You know what would be even worse? It would be if you weren't going straight down, you were going diagonally down.
And I'm like, alright, yeah, that's the part that I wanted, so I cut out the rest of this, and then I, like...
The range extending macro.
Well, maybe I don't want the rest of that, so I cut that up, and it's like, there's a clip, then I do the same thing for another one, until eventually I have the whole video. That's really easy to do if you're the streamer and you don't have to sift through all those VODs. Like, if you have the replays available, it's really, really easy. And I've been uploading these because it's something I can actually do. Like, it doesn't take very much time at all, and it tells YouTube, hey, I'm not dead, maybe you'll promote my channel a little bit every now and then, and maybe you'll still let me get somewhere. It lets my subscribers know the same thing, like, hey, I'm not dead, I'm still doing things, even if it's not the same stuff that you're used to. I will be making more proper videos in the future, but until I feel like I'm able to, or until I have, like, a bunch of good weeks in a row or whatever, it's gonna be mostly stream highlights for a little bit, so I hope you don't mind that. You don't have to watch them. They get like 1/5 of the view counts of my normal videos, which is right in line with what I expected. Like, I don't expect any of these to ever really break 1,000 views anytime soon. These are just fun things to watch if you feel like it, if you miss the sound of my voice or whatever. And I enjoy doing them. It helps with the whole YouTube consistency thing. It helps with watch time, which is extremely important. So like the people who do end up watching them, they help with the whole watch time thing, which can add up for me and hopefully eventually let me become a partner so YouTube can hopefully promote my other stuff at some point a little bit better. Anyway, I think that's about all I wanted to say. Oh yeah, also, I don't want to force myself to put on a happy face or anything like that. So whenever you see videos where I'm like, you know, fairly upbeat and stuff, like, I'm not depressed all the time, just a lot of the time sometimes. Again, it depends. Good days, bad days, good weeks, bad weeks. So like, if I seem happy in a video, it's probably because I'm actually happy at that time. I'm not gonna record a video like this when I'm sad, and you can like tell in my voice that I don't wanna force myself to put on a different face or anything like that. And of course, I'm not gonna stop uploading these things completely. I'm still gonna work on them when I can. But yeah, they're gonna not be as frequent. I cannot have the same sort of frequency that a lot of other YouTubers have, where they're doing like weekly videos that all take a lot of effort. Like, I theoretically could, but I would have to, I could in theory if I wasn't like this, but I am, so I can't. I've been streaming pretty consistently every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. I don't really have to force myself to do that either, because even if I'm feeling a little bit down, streaming can help me feel better, because it's fun to, you know, play games, interact with my audience. It's something to do that doesn't require a lot of effort. So that's already something that's gonna help me in its own right. Like, I can barely even read stuff. Like, I should be reading Umineko, because that's a pretty cool visual novel. But like, just sometimes the thought of even like starting a task as simple as like reading something is like, I don't know if I can do that. Like everything in my brain is like constantly yelling at me to not do anything, to just sit down and never do anything. And I'm constantly trying to fight it, but I can only do so much. So, until I start winning that battle a little bit more, yeah, that's the state that this channel is going to be in. I hope I didn't drone on for too long. I don't know how long this video is going to end up being. I hope it's under 10 minutes. I don't want to do the 10-minute stretch out thing. I don't even have ads yet anyway. I usually try to keep things as concise as possible, but I also tend to ramble on a lot, so it's kind of hard to find a middle ground between those. I'm rambling on again. I'm going to end the video now. Thanks for watching. I'll see y'all later. Oh wait, I should probably also mention, just in case anyone's worried, I'm not like suicidal or anything like that. I never have been, thank God. I'm just very down a lot and can barely do anything. I have no energy. Yeah. Let's hope that changes soon. So don't worry too much about me. I just wanted to let you guys know what was going on and that I'm not trying to like convert myself to a Let's Player because it's easier. That's not what I don't do things because they're easier and I'm too lazy to do any of the hard stuff. I do them because I physically cannot do the hard stuff a lot of the times. But yeah, let's hope that changes soon. This is the third time I've said the see y'all later, whatever. See y'all later.